Host for this e-talk show besides being the managing director at Alchemist.
My pleasure, and you're a very persuasive person, Manish.
Manish, there are a lot of advantages of coming onto your show.
My nickname is Mickey. मिकी से कुछ करना है और वो नहीं मान रहा है, the only person कुछ सुनेगा किसी की तो वो उनकी मम्मी.
Honestly, the biggest competition to Niranjan Hiranandani is Niranjan Hiranandani of today.
यारा तेरी यारी को मैंने तो खुदा माना.
Hello.
I can go on record that I love more jewelry than my wife does.
Manish, you don't even have to ask such stupid questions. क्या बात कर रहा है? The wife is always right.
I just wrote my name on the answer paper, wrote the question itself as in the answer paper and gave it back.
रंग का ब्रश कहाँ से लेना, स्क्रू कहाँ से लेना, पेंट के कौन एजेंट्स थे, वो सब वॉकिंग करके सब my father had taught me at that.
There's some superpower up there which I'm just fooling around with. Why don't I just surrender? And when I said surrender, I just surrendered completely and totally, Manish.
Being first myth that we need to burst is being spiritual is going away.
Thanks a lot for bringing so many of my friends and family and my wife speak about me.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Clay Dialogues, Season 2, presented by Alchemist and Clay, its real estate division. The host of these dialogues is none other than one of the most coveted names in the marketing industry, who in his past has managed celebs like Shah Rukh Khan and Priyanka Chopra. Let me present to you Mr. Manish Porwal.
Thank you, Farhan. Thank you so much. Good weekend afternoon once again to everybody. This is Manish Porwal, Alchemist and its real estate division, Clay. Welcome you to the episode 4 of Clay Dialogue Season 2. The story of health revival, guys, continues and makes all of us really happy. But in the last few weeks, it has also taken away a lot of people, and its effects have seen the worst. Many of us right here were directly affected, and we wish to convey our heartfelt sympathies with all of those affected. I also happen to lose a classmate and a friend, and would like to dedicate this episode from my side to Nitesh Jaipuria, my classmate from St. David's Jaipur. As Nitesh would probably say or do, as he would laugh it off and keep going, just like our industry. Resilient and strong, like the material we use to build the castles of hope and living. Talking of hope and joy, ladies and gentlemen, how best to go there but move to the center of attention to one of my favorite cities, the city of joy, Kolkata. The city of Rasagullas and other Mishti, the workplace of many literary icons like Tagore, the birthplace of many of movements like Azadi movement and leaders like Subhash Chandra Bose, and finally, the city of lovely structures of modern India like the Howrah Bridge. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is extremely special. Today is special because we have somebody from that city and we have somebody who's actually the heart of all real estate activity today. Let's play the video too. Boys and girls, Today we welcome our first guest from Kolkata, the National President of CREDAI, real estate most powerful conglomerate, and of course, the head of the company, none others as big as Unimark Group. Harshji, please put on your camera. Welcome to the show. Are you there? Very much. Okay.
Yeah, Manish, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm so glad to see you, Harshji. How are you doing? All good?
I'm doing great. I just want to give a message to our viewers that it's a pretty challenging time, COVID times, and all of us are affected in one way or the other. Friends and families are getting affected. I just want to give a message to all that all of us should practice COVID protocols and stay safe and healthy.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much for saying this. And I'm sure people will follow you. There's no question about it. Sir, before we move on to the mood, and the mood always of Clay Dialogues is that of hope and positivity. So, sir, आपने इतना अच्छा किया. You've done so well for yourself. You're a first generation real estate. You made Trump Towers happen in Calcutta. You are the national president of CREDAI. So ये सब जब हुआ, तो आपने सोचा था आपको Clay Dialogues पे आने का मौका मिलेगा?
ऐसा नहीं था, मनीष. You starting with the googly ball.
No, sir. I was just joking. I was trying to ape.
काम करते वक्त मैं तो क्ले डायलॉग के बारे में सोचा ही नहीं था. लाइफ में हार्ड वर्क एंड डेस्टिनी both have a role. So
no, sir. The opposite. I must tell you, Clay Dialogues is so glad to have you. That was just a joke. I was trying to ape Kapil Sharma if you've seen his show, but interesting. I'm so glad that you're here. So jokes apart, we'll go straight on to the business of today because we have very little time from you and the audience. So, sir, today's dialogue will go in 5 sections, as you know. We'll have what is called Shop Talk, where we talk all the business and the CREDAI talk with you. And then we soon move on to what is called You Talk, which is about you as a person. We go on to talking about your friends and family then. Then we talk about an open house where we are inviting questions from all audience. In fact, if we get great questions, we may even put you up. All depends on Farhan, who's the producer of the show. He can put you up directly to ask the question, or he will ask the question on your behalf. And finally, we will end the show with what we call rapid cross-conversations, the most interesting part and the fun part of the show. So, sir, are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely ready.
Wonderful, as you always are. Okay, and while we do all of this, sir, we'll be joined live and recorded by some interesting people who mark your professional and personal journey. So we'll begin the first segment of the program, the Shop Talk, sir. My first question, sir, obviously is expected to be related to what you're doing, what the role that you're playing currently. You're the national president of CREDAI in one of the toughest time the industry is foreseen. Was it a decision that ever bothered you, sir, while taking? In fact, tell us from your heart, not otherwise what you're supposed to tell. What was your anxieties? Did anybody warn you against not taking the position this year? And did you actually think about it?
Manish, actually not. This was in the offing, I was president-elect for 2 years, and CREDAI has a tradition to elect this president-elect. So I think I was ready in every which way to take over this position this year, irrespective of the challenges which were there for the world, for humanity, and for the country, and even the real estate world. It is definitely a challenging time. But yes, I think challenging times also has a lot of opportunities in terms of your leadership and thought processes, etc. So I think I'm absolutely comfortable in taking over the position right now.
And we are so glad on behalf of so many people who are associated with real estate that you're at the helm of affairs for the next 2 years. Extremely happy about that. Sir, with great powers come great responsibility, it is said. आपके key agenda क्या-क्या रहेंगे अगले 2 साल में? If you could just quickly, briefly touch upon them. I know you've said it in several places, but if you could just tell us what are your key agendas, that will be nice. And what is your approach and solution towards what is happening today?
You see, the first thing, Manish, I would like to get done is to vaccinate construction workers. We employ about more than 4 to 5 crores construction workers in our sector. And the first wish list is that I get them vaccinated.
Okay, fantastic.
Second is that we have a lot of agenda in terms of looking at and shaking up the negative image of the developer to create a gap between the stakeholders and the developers. So I want to bridge that gap and get a message across to the world that a developer is creating homes and creating built infrastructure for the development of the infrastructure of this country.
Okay.
And the other agenda which we have is definitely our main work
G.
With the stakeholder in terms of bringing across the issues which the real estate industry is facing, and to get solutions which are beneficial for the growth of the country as well as the industry in terms of that. There we have a few things which we are ongoing discussions with the government is there. Apart from that, we want to create a few things in CREDAI during my tenure. One is that we want to create a couple of centers of excellences.
Okay.
And one is basically a center on data and statistics.
Okay.
We want to have real-time good data available with CREDAI and for the benefit of its members in terms of taking decisions, and for us to be able to present this data to the government in terms of taking policy decisions. The other thing is that we want to promote startups in the real estate field and sector by creating an angel network and connecting them with the entire industry. We have 13,000 members, so we can be the biggest platform for them to start with and to work with the industry. We could incubate and accelerate them. Third thing is that we want to create a center on technology and design. A lot of work is going on across the world in terms of technology and design. So I thought that we need to create a center of excellence where we have a lot of indigenous technology which we could adopt in terms of affordable housing, or we could import technology and try to indigenize that for widespread knowledge spread across the country in terms of quality, cost, and speed of construction. Then we thought there are a couple of other things that we need to kind of do research on. Center of Climate Change and Behavioral Sciences, where we focus on sustainability of development, as well as kind of foresee trends in behavior of
Don't worry about the chat notifications, sir. They'll keep coming. Don't worry about it.
Millennials in the alpha generation, so that we can foresee trends like senior living or co-living, co-working spaces. We don't want it to be accidental. We want to understand what are the trends and what are the things which the next generation thinks of, and what are our customers really need in terms of real estate development. See, we also wanted to create our own index, a property index, which really projects data in terms of the prices, volumes, launches, and the availability of apartments, etc. So these were a few of our thoughts, and we wanted to create more services for our members internally apart from our normal growth of membership.
Ji. Sir, एक question था. A lot of things you said. Of course, what stuck by me were one, the vaccination part, the second, the data part, which actually the industry is quite behind versus many other industries. But what I've heard, sir, and this is a common saying that goes, that an association of a lot of powerful people is never powerful. Is it the truth that it becomes very difficult to get a lot of powerful people together to have a single agenda in real world? And is CREDAI, able to do that? Is CREDAI fulfilling that responsibility easily, or is it really difficult? And I want a real honest answer.
See, Manish, we worked out a beautiful structure for this to happen.
Ji.
We have real estate developers who are tigers in their own field and own area.
Correct.
And CREDAI has managed to get them together to create a consensus and to bring about a kind of a unified approach on all the issues which we take up. We have worked out a wonderful structure in terms of a federal structure which is city-based, state-based, and a national structure. We've divided our work, basically the city is governed by, real estate is a state subject. The cities have their own municipal corporations and the municipalities and boards, etc., which govern the development rules, etc., for each city. And the state, there's a policy making at the state and policy making at the center. So we have state chapters who are led by the state presidents, state committees who look after the states, issues of the states. We have city chapters with their own president and own governing body. They look after the cities, work related to the cities. And we have a national chapter which looks at the national issues affecting more than 2-3 states which are together. And there are a lot of issues which are at national level, governing policy in terms of real estate development and the construction infrastructure industry as a whole. So this is how we've divided our work to avoid conflict of interest. And see, overall, this is a business body. And this is a body which affects the business every which way for a real estate developer. So we generally have a lot of debates and discussions, etc. And at the national level, we have different committees headed by different people and with members across the country. Every zone, we have 6 zones in CREDAI, and every committee is represented by the 6 zones. So we create a paper after a lot of deliberation and discussion and thoughts from and best practices coming out from different regions of the country. So we have not found it very difficult. Yes, there are divergent views, but then mostly we have found consensus in what we do and when we take our policies.
Get that? Okay. Sir, एक hypothesis है हमारा, and in fact it's quite close to truth. Versus many other industries, the consumer confidence in real estate and specifically its players is far lower than many other industries. Like, for example, people trust a FMCG product or the industry bigger and better than real estate, and that's a reality. How do you see CREDAI changing that? Should CREDAI not do something about it jointly together in some way? You feel that?
Manish, this industry has evolved. It was a mom and pop industry to today's professional and a large scale development industry. So this evolution has taken about 25-30 years.
We heard you. Correct.
And the entire DNA of this business has undergone a massive change over a period of this time. See, earlier, most of the developers were doing standalone developments, and today there are large scale complexes, gated complexes, condominiums. We are doing industrial development, we are doing commercial development, we are doing hospitality, we are doing retail. All kinds of development has come. And over a period of time, the regulation, governance in this country has changed. I think RERA has been a wonderful change in this country, which is definitely going to change the way real estate works, build the confidence in the customer with the real estate developer in terms of regulation of for transparency, use of his funds, and timely delivery.
Okay.
Every industry, evolves over a period of time. Correct. And so we have passed through our evolution process, and this whole industry has now professionalized, become transparent, and there's a good amount of scale. So all this will definitely change the way people perceive real estate developers in every way.
Sometimes what happens is the reality is ahead of perception. Right now, the reality is that thanks to RERA and thanks to self-governance, a lot of things have improved. But the customer still has this whole problem of always feeling that kuch to gadbad hone ka chance hai. And that part needs to be communicated.
ये definitely है, because क्या है कि when a customer buys an apartment or flat, this is probably biggest purchase in his life.
Right.
So when we buy anything which is so large, there is a kind of a fear that whether I'm going to get my apartment in time, whether I'm buying with the right kind of developer, etc. So a lot of things have definitely changed in this kind of a situation.
Right.
And we need to communicate probably more with our customers and build better relationship with the customer and change the image of this industry. See, you would be surprised to know that CREDAI has collectively, through its members, spent over 150 crores in the last wave of the pandemic for CSR and COVID-related activities.
Ji.
So this is how this industry is coming forward and communicating with its stakeholders and customers to make them understand this industry has matured and this industry is like any other industry, and they are there to serve their customers.
We just hope, sir, that you're able to communicate all the good work being done in the industry. And I do know of the changes that are coming through, but sometimes the customer needs to know as well and get the confidence. So someday,
I think definitely there's scope of improving communication with the customer and the overall stakeholders at large.
Yeah.
And this is a slightly medium and long-term agenda for all of us.
Sir, एक और चीज पूछनी थी. With CREDAI, in fact, not just CREDAI, you hold so many important positions across semi-government, government of other countries, etc. So many important portfolios. I believe that you are also an important person when it comes to Fiji and India relationship and so on and so forth. How do you manage all of this in your limited time? Is it easy? Is it difficult? Or do you have to postpone some of the things for CREDAI's job this year, or how?
Manish, I do wear different hats, and so far I've managed them well. I do not compromise on my responsibilities. I do juggle about with my time, and the only compromise which I really do is sometimes with my own personal life. I would definitely like to spend more time with my family and friends, which probably gets compromised with my schedule, with both my role as the Honorary Consul of Fiji, my role as leader in different organizations, plus my responsibility in CREDAI and my business.
In fact, you have taken away question number 2 of my third section, but that we'll come back to later on the family part of it and how do you manage that also. But at this moment, I'll take a small little opportunity to show you a video actually done by somebody who's your predecessor and somebody who holds you in great regard. So here's the video. Please play it.
I've known Harsh for more than a decade now, and initially, you see, and that's quite a long time to know a person. So initially, when I got to know Harsh, I felt he was a very quiet person, and he wasn't much of a talker, and he was a very good listener, which is true actually. He is a very good listener. And then when I interacted more and more with Harsh, I realized that he was most of the time listening to everybody and then thinking of, I'm talking about our business, thinking of solutions which none of us could really, foresee, and none of us could really think about. So I was really struck by this quality in Harsh. He would listen to all of us and then come up with some suggestion which was totally unthought of by most of us and say, why don't we do this, to achieve this? So what I would say about Harsh as a businessman or as a professional, he is very clear. His clarity of thought is great. He knows the aim, he knows the goal, and then he keeps formulating a strategy to get there. And then he keeps working on that strategy to actually achieve that goal. So this is something which is very rare. Now he's leading the organization, he's leading CREDAI, and I think the organization is in very good hands. He's a hard taskmaster. That's what I hear from most of our friends in CREDAI. But all I can say and reiterate is that his vision to achieve the goal is so clear that the path over there is already charted. The blueprint is ready in his head. And he will get there. This is an assurance. As a human being, as a person, Harsh is a great friend. And, he's an anytime go-to person. I know I can pick up the phone any time of the day or night. And if I need something, any one of us needs anything and gives a call to Harsh, he will do his utmost to actually help. So all in all, Harsh, it's great knowing you. And I'm sure our friendship will go a long way. All the best to you. Cheers.
Fantastic. What better to hear from somebody as important and good as Mr. Anand. What do you have to say about this, sir? Is he saying right things or is he saying more right things than usual?
See, I think, Manish, only time can say. People will judge me with my actions and results which I've gotten as a president of my CREDAI.
Ji.
And apart from that, Gitambar is a great friend. I thank him for the kind words.
Gitambar ji बहुत कम लोगों के लिए इतना अच्छा और इतना सारा बोलते हैं. So I'm glad that he did that, and I'm also very happy to know both of you so well. So fantastic. We'll move on from the CREDAI part of it, sir, to a little more of what made you so big. The one good part is that this is the first show that we're doing with somebody from Kolkata. So I want to understand this from you, sir. What do you think are the three big things or four big things that separate Kolkata as a different real estate market versus the rest of the country? Now, we all talk about the fact that all real estate markets are different and it's a micro market industry. But what is it so special and unique about Kolkata that it's very different from the rest of the 5-6 top markets of the country?
See, Calcutta, Manish, is not a very speculative market. It's
not a very speculative market. Did you say that, sir?
Not a speculative market.
Okay.
It has been a very market which is very user driven. And overall, the investment part is only 15 to 20% of the overall size of the market in terms of people buying apartments, flats, or places for commercial places for investment.
Right.
It is mostly a very, very user driven market, a very value conscious market. And people are less concerned about the pops and whistles. They are more concerned about amenities and the basic fundamentals of everything, the safety, security of the structure. But yes, the trend towards the aspirational buyer is coming into the market, and all the amenities as required for any other project in terms of lifestyle, health, entertainment, etc., are now being demanded by our customers in terms of expectations. But definitely here, the buyer is definitely quite educated, well informed, and he comes up with a lot of questions and a lot of discussion before a deal is closed. So I think it's a very intelligent market. It's a market which does not get carried away with your publicity, advertisement, shine and sheen.
Sure.
People definitely look for value, they look for the product, they look for the developer, and they take a decision. And generally they buy it for their own requirement. It's a dream and it's a very emotional decision in Calcutta versus other parts of the country.
Right. In fact, you did say this twice, that it's a value conscious market. I believe it's a price and value conscious market, Kolkata. Now, in such a market, how did you dare to launch a Trump Tower? And that too, you said it's not a pop and whistle market, which I completely agree with you. And then you still, Unimark, dared to launch Trump Towers in Calcutta, which was quite different. So I would like to know the story on that.
Manish, we always felt as a developer that there's a gap for the first generation entrepreneur who is well traveled, well heeled, and he expects the best of luxury in his life.
Right.
And we found that there's a big niche of this, that there's a gap in the market for this kind of a product. But we also found that this product cannot be overpriced or out of reach of the customer. So our team did a lot of R&D and research in terms of the size of the apartments which would qualify for luxury, as well as the pricing of the product and the location.
Okay.
So once we got the results out of this, we were scouting around for a partnership and collaboration with the best luxury brands across the globe. We came up with Trump, and it was a very, very right fit. So we signed up, and then, it is a story which is probably a case study in success in marketing of a luxury apartment building in Kolkata. It was one of the most successful launches, and we sold about 60 to 70% of the apartments at the time of our launch in a very, very challenging market.
Wow, fantastic. That's really good to know. In fact, sir, talking about you and talking about you as a boss, let's have one more video coming up from somebody who works very closely with you, has worked with you to create a lot of your benchmarks. Here is what he says.
I am Anirudh Agarwal and I head sales marketing and CRM for Unimark Group. I have been knowing Harsji since last 15 years during my earlier stints of HSBC and CRISIL. Harsji has been true visionary since his earlier days and has contributed a lot in changing the skyline of real estate industry. As a business leader, he is a man of great details and integrity. His holistic, practical, yet out-of-box solutions to every problem is really, really heartening to note. He has been very empathetic and good towards his customers, and he has always been very customer-centric. I'm looking forward for a great career ahead under his able leadership. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Haji, you talked about marketing and sales and how Kolkata is not very welcoming to a lot of marketing gimmicks. and here was your sales and marketing guy. What do you think works differently in Kolkata when it comes to communication, marketing, etc.? Where is the real crux of the matter?
See, I think the biggest crux of the matter is the trust factor in terms of delivery and the emotional connect which we can probably make with our customer. Apart from a proper pricing and a proper kind of sizing of the product, these 3 or 4 things are very, very important in the Calcutta market in terms of sales and marketing. I think mainly it's the trust factor, the delivery factor is the most important factor in the Calcutta market if you want to be successful.
Okay, sir, another question, and moving on to the last few parts of this section, but just wanted to know, it's been 25 years since you entered real estate, sir. Am I right? 1996.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I think more than that, Manish.
Okay.
Probably closer to 30 now.
Closer to 30. Fantastic. No, I'm talking about the part where you founded the company that you did. But yes, agreed. In these 30 years, 25 years, a lot of people would have asked you questions of great things that have changed. I'm asking you another question. I'm asking you a question. What was that thing that changed and you wish it had not changed? Is there anything like that which you wish the real estate industry would have continued to have?
I think, Manish, the changes which are happening today are welcome.
Okay.
And they are more transparent. The governance is better. There's better regulation, and there is a lot of entry barrier to enter this business now.
Right.
So, which are probably good things for a established and a forward-looking long-term player in the real estate market. I would say whatever changes are happening are good and good for the customer, good for the industry. I don't regret the changes which are happening now or which has happened in the last 30 years.
It is
the only thing which I thought was that the demand supply situation has changed now. There was probably a seller's market a few years ago, which is now basically a balanced buyer's market now. So the only thing which I thought if it would remain, if we had command over the market more than on the demand side.
Very well said. Absolutely. I agree with you on that one. Yes, that is one thing which we wish wouldn't have changed. So another question is this, you're a unique first generation founder or a leader. Most first generation founders have had their own mehnati kamai, starting from absolute rags to riches kind of a story. Now, what I believe and what you were glad to share earlier when we were talking was the simple fact that you were born in a very comfortable, if I may say, born in a silver spoon, though in a different industry. So how was your journey? You were in a different place, your family was doing so well, and then you chose a different career and did well there as well. What is it so different in your career that we can learn from?
Manish, our family was in the automobile business and we were quite established company in that field. Also, we were amongst the largest dealers for Ambassador cars.
Correct. In those days when Ambassador was so big.
Yeah, Ambassador cars, and we had the distributorship for Royal Enfield Bullet motorcycles, plus a couple of other things.
Right.
But I started my career in that business, looking after 2 or 3 divisions of our company. Overall, I used to go to work. I did enjoy. I learned my ropes there. But over a period of time, what I found that there was no adventure.
Right.
There was no creativity. And that was not satisfying as far as I am concerned. So I thought this comfort zone business does not work for me. Let us get into something new where I will fulfill the hopes and aspirations of people, build houses, and look at something where I can create this creativity and there's adventure. So to sum it up, I was probably more ambitious for my other business.
And wow, what a journey it has been. I mean, you created an empire completely different and so nice. Fantastic, sir. Congratulations for this. And with that, we'll move on to our section 2. The section 2, which talks about you as a person. So not literally, but figuratively, you can take out your jacket and talk to us about you. And I know, I've been challenged on this one, Harji, that मैं हरजी से बहुत कुछ नहीं निकलवा पाऊंगा. वो बहुत सीरियस, बहुत ही एकदम सधे हुए गंभीर किस्म के व्यक्ति हैं. So let's try and get those things out from you, which I really want to. So पहले एक simple सा सवाल है sir. What are those 3 words that will define you as a person beyond your suit, beyond your responsibility that you're playing?
One is a family man.
Okay.
Fun loving. I love the good things of life in every which way. Eat food, clothing, travel, all of this.
Correct. I heard about your travel, but I also heard about something very nice, sir. I believe you have a fantastic hobby, which is to do with alcohol. Let's hear about that.
Manish, I am fond of collecting malt whiskey. And I've been doing that for the last 8 to 10 years. And I would like to invite you one day to my home to taste some of the stuff which I have. Many of my friends who have come over say that my collection is equivalent to a bar which is probably available in a good 5-star or 7-star hotel anywhere in the world.
So I'm so glad to hear that, except for the fact that I'm a teetotaler, so I'll have to bring somebody along to tell me that. But I will take that as an offer, sir, and I'll be glad to take your.
Manish, we can have a discussion. I can teach you what is Speyside, Highland, Islay whiskey in terms of the taste and texture and flavor.
Absolutely wonderful, sir. I'm looking forward to it. मैंने अपने कैलेंडर में लिख लिया है, जब मैं अगली बार कलकत्ता आ रहा हूँ तो पिछली बार आपके ऑफिस में आपसे मिला था, इस बार आपके घर पे मिलूंगा.
Pleasure.
अच्छा सर, एक बात बताइए, Sagittarians are supposed to be emotional. 26th of November is your birth date, am I right?
25th to correct you, Manish.
Sorry?
25th.
25th of November, correct. Which is 3 days away from my birth date, so I do understand. So I'm 3 days away from perfection, if I may say. But Sagittarians are emotional people. Are you emotional at work as well? Or are you not emotional? Or are you very emotional? How are you as a person?
I balance my decisions with both logic and emotion.
Okay.
But sometimes I give emotion a larger percentage in my decision making.
Fantastic.
So this is how I think.
But do you make decisions with gut also, or are they very logical ones? How does it go?
I do a lot of decisions based on gut also, Manish.
Okay.
So a lot of things, comes to me in the sense that this will work, may not work. And after I take that emotional decision, I try to justify by logic. And most of the time, the logic fits into my emotional decision.
अच्छा सर, बहुत स्ट्रेंथ तो मैंने आपकी सुनी ही है. एक टाइम ऐसा बताइए जब आपने कोई डिसीजन लिया हो और वो गलत चला गया. ऐसे ही गट पे लिया हो, किसी ने बोला हो मत कीजिए और गलत चला गया. तो कभी ऐसा हुआ है या कोई इंसिडेंट है जो आप बता सकते हैं जब आपने गट पे लिया और बाद में बोला अरे ये क्या कर दिया?
एक नहीं 2-4 हो गए. मतलब couple, see, I am not a perfect person. So my theory दूसरा भी है कि life and world is imperfect, तो imperfection को भी enjoy करना चाहिए.
हाँ, बिल्कुल सही बात.
So ऐसा है कि I did take couple of business decisions based on my gut, and I bought and got into deals of couple of lands which were work in progress, which were not fully bounded and butted. So some of them, they did not work out the way I wanted to in terms of the time of delivery and maybe in terms of the overall cost at which I bought it. In spite of, warnings from some of my senior colleagues in my company saying that is ye mat kariye, wo mat kariye. But I foresaw that location as a superb location in terms of infrastructure development, as a potential of a project. So real estate is many times a very futuristic call we need to take. So out of 100, maybe 4 or 5 calls went wrong like that in my life.
That's a great scoring rate, sir.
And which probably have taught me a lot of things. So in couple of things, what happened, Manish? The more than the project going wrong, I picked the wrong person.
Okay.
So that again, now as far as I am concerned, the diligence on a person with whom I am dealing becomes very important.
So is that the deal maker? What do you feel about the person who you're doing the work with? Is that a big one for you?
Oh, that definitely a big one. Okay. So I need to be very comfortable or chemistry between us need to work.
Absolutely. So let's now talk to, or let's say get a video from a person who has known you from close quarters for many, many, many years. First as a school friend and then as a business associate. Let's hear it.
Harshvardhan Patodia and I have studied together in school. We've been together for 12 years at La Matnia and then even subsequently in college. I've known him right since we were just a few years old. He has always been a very meticulous person, someone who did a lot of homework and has been a great voice of the real estate industry. He is hardworking, he is diligent, and also has built up a good real estate practice, particularly in Kolkata, and his two young sons have also joined him now to build and further expand his business. He is now taken over as the national president of CREDAI, and I wish him immense success in his foray. He will certainly be a great voice of the real estate industry and will bring into focus all the issues that plague the industry and what can be done to further improve it, to bring credibility to it, and to ultimately improve the experience of customers and add transparency. Wish you all the best, Harsh.
जी, ये आपके जो दोस्त है, ये खुद भी बड़े सीरियस नजर आ रहे थे. तो आप मुझे बताइए, आप लोगों ने बहुत सीरियसली अच्छे से गुड बॉयज बन के जिंदगी बिताई या कुछ बदमाशी भी की? मैं आई एम लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू दैट वन एपिसोड व्हिच इवन मे बी योर सन्स डोंट नो, जब आपने थोड़ी थोड़ी खुल के बदमाशी की हो. ऐसा हुआ है या नहीं हुआ है?
Manish, we go a long way. Harsh and me, we go definitely a long way in school together, and we had a lot of bit of our fun also in every which way. So now, what do you want me to talk with open heart?
Absolutely. That's what. इतनी देर से सर वही वेट कर रहे हैं. I think all our audience will love to hear the other side of Harsh. थोड़ा बताइए तो सही कि क्या बदमाशी किया है. अब इतना सीधा तो नहीं हो सकता जिंदगी.
A couple of incidents which I can recall is that one day, me and a couple of my friends, we went to our automobile dealership. We picked up a few. We were in class 10 or 11, I don't remember, 16, 17-year-old.
Okay.
We picked up a couple of bikes, new bikes, and we went on a jolly good ride all over the city.
Okay.
And ultimately, we got caught by the cops.
Okay.
We had no license and we did not know what to do. But then फिर हम लोग ने हाथ पांव जोड़ के भाई भैया बोल बाल के जुगाड़ इंडियन स्टाइल हम लोग अपने घर घर भागे.
Okay.
And then that very night, when my parents came to know, I did get a big holler, and instructions were sent to all our outlets stating कि हर्ष जी जब गाड़ी मांगे तो देना मत भैया.
उसके बाद
but फिर भी ऐसा चलते गया. I used to bribe the guys over there, the storekeeper and the darwan over there, watchman, and I still went on my jaunts, but being very careful not to go in places there were cops.
पकड़े मत जाइए, बदमाशी कीजिए पर पकड़े मत जाइए. That's what you did.
Yes.
Excellent, sir. Good to hear that.
Plus, I remember another incident. My grandfather had had gone abroad, and generally duty free से वो, I think if I remember correctly, वैक्स 69 के बॉटल आए थे.
Lovely.
तो वो भी उस जमाने में it was a coveted drink.
Correct.
तो वो भी उसी समय का होगा. I was in class 11, 12, and so we decided कि भाई हम दोस्त लोग मिलके पार्टी करेंगे. तो मैंने चुपचाप बिना पूछे बॉटल ले आया. We had a jolly good party.
Okay.
पार्टी वार्टी करके हम लोगों ने मैंने उसमें पानी भर के बोतल को वापस रख दिया. हमारे घर में जेन्युइन पार्टी हुई और उसमें निकलती है विस्की के बदले पानी.
सही है. So पटोदिया की नाक कट गई एकदम से.
नाक नहीं कटी, और भी बोतलें थी.
फिर पकड़े गए या नहीं पकड़े गए वो बताइए.
नहीं, वो मैं पकड़ा नहीं गया. आज ही रिवील हो रहा है सीक्रेट ये.
कीर्ति कुमार, if you're listening, please listen. Dad पकड़े नहीं गए, तुम मत पकड़े जाना किसी भी हालत में. Okay, we move on, sir. Sir, when we think of you and we think of Calcutta, we think of this quintessential Marwadi family, doing well, business family, right? Not necessarily education comes to mind, but you have been at Martiniers, then Xavier's Calcutta. You're such a brilliant speaker. Your communication is so clear and crisp, and both institutes of big repute. Tell us, sir, did education come in the way of your learning, or let's say success at real estate? Was because of education or in spite of education? How was it?
Manish, I have a different way of looking at this. You see, in school, probably what happened was that we got literacy. We got to learn teamwork, playing sports, meeting people, participating in a lot of activities together.
Right.
We learn to coexist. But that is not all about that is not because of that. I don't think I had ambition, or motivation, or inspiration for working.
Okay.
So over a period of time, the things which I picked up by reading, learning, watching, observing, and kind of understanding the world, and ultimately my experiences over a period of time by doing things and facing real life problems, probably that taught me more than literacy. Yes, literacy definitely helps you to hone your thinking or to kind of get clarity in thought, in trying to understand how to communicate or probably phrase things in a proper light. But I think the biggest thing which I learned was outside of my academic life, in terms of doing business and the success mantras of life.
Right. Got it, sir. Sir, you talked about travel. You talked about either Ikka Dukka Badmashi that you did. You talked about your growing up days. Tell me, what's your spiritual quotient like? Is there something in that sphere, or are you still in the zone of work is God?
No. Work is definitely God. My work is God, definitely. But I have read a lot of scriptures, Manish.
Okay.
I've read our Hindu scriptures. I've read the Quran. I've read the Bible. I've read Zen. I've read Buddhism, books on Buddha. I've read a lot of books on spiritual gurus over a period of time. And I had a lot of spiritual knowledge, which gives me a lot of strength in terms of conflicts in life, decision making, and passing through difficult phases of life. There was one point.
Sir, with all these things, sorry,
pardon?
I was saying, with all these things that you've read, if you were to give us a 2-line message on what to do and how to live lives which are more fulfilling, what will that be?
Good karma. Simple words.
Okay. Just do good karma and life will follow. Fulfillment will come. Is that what you say?
Exactly. Plus, you have to be very inclusive. You have to be kind of looking at life in a different perspective around you. So you have to understand that materialism is not the only thing which is going to satisfy you. You have to, be a useful person in terms of the world. You need to kind of think about the totality. Manish.
Got it. Sir, with that, we will move on to a little easier section, which is called the friends and family section, which I think you will excel at. Let's move on to friends and family with Harshvardhan Patodia. Sir, first question in that. So again, Marwadi family, so am I. We are known for our grand Indian weddings and Marwadi weddings in particular. So when Ninduji and you married, how was it? First of all, was it a choice, or was it something that was told? Ye aapke pati hain, ye aapke patni hai. How did it work?
वैसा नहीं था.
Okay.
I was introduced to a couple of girls. I met them. My parents gave me a liberty कि भाई आपको जिससे पसंद आता है उससे आप शादी करिए.
जी.
ये नहीं था कि भाई इसी से करना है और ये मैं फाइनलाइज कर दिया, ये वो वैसा नहीं था.
अच्छा.
It was arranged marriage albeit, but we were introduced, we got our space, and we had a courtship of 3-4 months before we got married.
Fantastic. And sir, ये जो आपने पहले भी बोला था, जो मैं बोला था आपको दूसरा क्वेश्चन मेरा फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली में आने वाला है. With all these various hats that you adorn, have you been a little bit of a missing parent from the family equation? Is it all falling on Induji's head? To not now. Now the children are grown. I know. But
I definitely feel that my wife has spent more time with them, and I should definitely have spent more time with them. And that's my only regret. Many times that I probably did not enjoy my kids growing up as much as I would wanted to.
So, sir, because you did not enjoy that time, we give you another time right now. May I request both Kirti and Kumar, the very handsome sons of Mr. Harshvardhan Patodia, to be on screen and join us and join this dialogue for a few minutes.
Hi, Manish.
Hi, Kumar. Hi, Kirti.
Hi, Manish. How are you doing?
I'm very good. It's so brilliant to meet all of you together after a couple of years or maybe a year that we last did in your office. Good to see you both.
Good to see you too, Manish. Good to see you, yes.
And those of you who are getting confused on which KP is who, here is the name coming up. That's Kirti, which is on my right. I don't know how it is featuring on your screen. And on my left is Kumar. And Kumar, how are you doing? I believe that you were down with COVID. Are things better now?
Yeah, I've just recovered and fortunately I'm feeling okay.
Fantastic. Good to see you both. Harshji is extremely proud of you, and I know that through my various interactions with him. He's quite very proud of you guys. Now, I have some questions to ask this trio, and I want this trio to swear that they will be absolutely truthful. Okay. Kumar, Kirti, who does Harshji love more out of both of you? किसको लगता है? बताओ, चलो पहले कीर्ति.
Over here, I think, it's going to be the philosophy, grass is always greener on the other side.
Okay.
And, whenever we had any sort of, fight or anything like that, regardless of who was right or who was wrong, it always, we used to say that, okay, you love him more, that's why you have, agreed. You have agreed with him in this side.
So Manish, I think the trick is having each of us believe that he loves them, each of us more.
The other one more. Is that what it is?
No, the trick is that he makes each of us believe that he loves us more, each of us more. So
he has cracked it. Absolutely cracked it.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, sir, question to you before I go to the boys again. So having them in the business, now that you have them in the business and they are playing important portfolios, has that changed your perspective about how to deal with people? Earlier, you were the only boss, let's say, and the others were professionals. Now, how do you deal with them when they work under or with you? Is there any difference or is it the same?
See, Manish, I consider them as my business partners. I don't consider them as my children or son when they are in the office.
Okay.
And I want them to become entrepreneurs in their own right.
Right.
Not CEOs reporting to me. So I've given them a lot of space and freedom to do things their own way. I try not to step on their shoes. And I've given them I now mentor them mostly in terms of helping them wherever they want my help or advice. And also troubleshooting for them. And also kind of warning them with the pitfalls whenever I see something coming.
Okay.
And helping them take that kind of a decision. And definitely, look, I am the venture capitalist for both of them right now.
That's a good role to take. Very nice role to take, that I'm giving you the money, now you run the business and show me the results. Fantastic. Okay, Kirti, the question to you, and of course, Kumar, you can take it as well. But was it a choice that you were given, genuine choice, or were you always flooded with the idea of taking away your father's, business dream? Or was it a genuine choice? Since you both went out, studied out, and then came back, I was inquisitive about this.
We always had a genuine choice, when it came to, joining the family business or, pursuing, any interest of ours or, doing a career, abroad as well. So, that was totally our decision or my decision to, to come back and, get mentored, by my father and, join the family business.
Was there a shift of a moment, something happened that made you believe that, or it happened gradually that you always knew that you wanted to do this?
In the back of my mind, I think it was there that that this is where I would like to be, and I wanted to work with my father. But we always had an option to kind of explore, and we were given opportunities also to try out whatever we wanted to do.
Kumar, what's your story? What happened with you? How did you decide?
So Manish, I actually was in the US for about 6 years.
Right.
Studying in Wharton for 4 years, and then 2 years I was working at JP Morgan in New York. So I actually had a genuine choice to make, whether I want to come back to India or not.
Okay.
And before I came back, my dad wrote me a very long email about what I should expect when I came back, and if I wanted to come back. He did not want me to come back thinking that there's any pressure on him. So I actually had a genuine choice to decide why I want to come back, when I want to come back. So it was completely up to me.
Wonderful. And I'm assuming that you treasure that letter yet.
Yes, I do.
Kirti, did you get a similar letter, or only Kumar got it?
That letter I think was only for my brother.
Yeah, and my middle name is Narad, Manish Narad Porwal. I'm just trying to be creating some rift out there, but no. Okay, so Kumar and Kirti, did you actually find, while your dad was so big and so towering a personality, was it difficult for him to be approachable when you were very young? If you wanted something, did you approach him, or did you approach your mother first, or how did you go?
So I think for all the major decisions, I think definitely my dad was there always.
Uh-huh.
So right from choosing to go to college, whatever was important growing up, he was there for every decision. So I think it was my mother and father together. My father, has always been a great source of inspiration for me. And like they say, even in school times, one father is better than 100 schoolmasters.
That's very well said. Absolutely. Kirti, you have anything to add, or was it similar for you?
No, it was absolutely similar, for me too. Like at no point, in my, growing years, did I ever feel that, I cannot go to my father to discuss anything, like even a small, issue to the big life decisions, you have to make. Like he's always been there, along with my mother.
Okay. Harji, did you lay any rules? For example, now that your sons are with you in the business, and I'm sure work always happens. So are there any rules on when to discuss work, how to discuss work? All four of you actually work together. Induji works and she kind of looks after HR and various other responsibilities in the same business. So since all four of you work within the business, are there any rules you've laid down for the family, or is it free for all?
Manish, whatever rules doesn't work. It becomes free for all at every given point in time. So sometimes, I just say, भाई बंद करो, अब बहुत हो गया, अब ये ऑफिस में बात करेंगे, ये कल करेंगे, अब enough हो गया, और बात अभी धंधा का नहीं करेंगे अपने घर पे.
So sometimes it may happen that the sweetness of the rasgulla gets drowned by the entire problems associated with the office, right?
It does, but we avoid that also.
Fantastic, brilliant. Do you all take very many family holidays, and in those holidays do you discuss work? Sach batao.
Manish, we do take family holidays, but holiday के बीच में काम तो आता ही है.
हाँ.
ये नहीं होता कि we just are switched off from work.
अच्छा, हरजी, quick 3 questions. कुमार और कीर्ति, इनमें दोनों राजा बेटे हैं, लेकिन ज्यादा राजा बेटा कौन है? जब आपको काम कोई निकलवाना ही है तो किसको बोलते हो?
I have my own way to get my work done from both of them. So
किसको पहले? Easier कौन है? ये तो कर ही देगा.
हमारे कंपनी में क्या होता है कि वर्क और एरिया डिवाइडेड है.
ओके.
सो वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जल्दी से होता नहीं है.
ये तो आपने गूगली पे छक्का मार दिया. चलो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. अच्छा, मुझे बताइए, अगर आप कभी बहुत परेशान हैं, इरिटेबल हैं, तो आप इरिटेशन किस पे निकालते हैं? कुमार पे या कीर्ति पे या इंदु जी पे?
मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली इंदु पे.
फैंटास्टिक. स्मार्ट है, वही रहने वाली है साथ में, तब तक ठीक है. ब्रिलियंट. अच्छा, तीसरी चीज, they will choose their life partners, they will move on in life, etc., etc. What role do you see yourself playing as you go along forever in their life?
No, I will always play a role of a mentor in their life, and I'm available for them whenever they need me. And I would like to give them their space to nurture the life that they want to live, and I would definitely like to have my own space the way I want to live.
Fantastic. Sir, with that, I wanted to thank Kirti and Kumar. You can still be around, but thank you so much for having come and been around with us, talking about your absolutely fantastic dad. Thank you very much, Kirti and Kumar. We'll see you soon when I'm next there in Calcutta.
Manish, I just want to add one last note.
Please.
So I would like to end by saying that my father has taught me everything I know.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he hasn't taught me everything he knows.
Good one. Absolutely brilliant one. So I think that's the other matter that you have to settle at the dining table tomorrow.
Thank you, Dad, for everything you've done for us.
Wonderful. So nice to see the two generations of a fantastic family from Kolkata here. We will move on to the next one, which I would request Farhan, my colleague, kind of to take over. Parag, do we have any messages on the phone or otherwise on this?
Manish, you've forgotten the biggest rock star in my life. But you've forgotten Indu.
No, I have not forgotten, sir. I'm coming there. But yes, please go on. You were saying something.
Oh, she is the biggest rock star in my life, She stood by me wherever, whenever. And I think she has done a great sacrifice for us by dedicating her whole life for us. I think she's one of the greatest persons I've met in my life, and I cherish this relationship, which has helped me to be where I am. She has, been very considerate with my time and my preoccupation with so many things. And during the worst of times, she stood by me like nobody could.
This is so beautiful. And sir, for an Indian man, typically an Indian husband, to accept that a lot of that he's doing is all because his wife allowed him to do is fantastic. So what we'll do is we'll take off this clip and we'll send it to Induji separately for her to cherish through her life. आप इतने otherwise नहीं बोलते होंगे ना उनको?
Otherwise taken for granted है ना भाई?
वही होता है. Completely understandable. No, thank you so much. And this was a beautiful gesture from your side. We'll quickly move on to the questions. And yes, we will discuss Induji a little later when we work on the fifth one. But open house, Farhan, can we take just one question rather than two? We're running out of time.
Yes, we can. There are a lot of questions that have come in. Would you like a personal question or a professional question, sir?
Personal. Let's have it.
Yeah, personal. Okay. There's a question from Mr. Manthan. He says, if you happen to change only one habit of yours, which would it be and why?
See, Manish, sometimes I become very impatient and restless. I would like to balance that.
Okay.
So that is one habit I would like to definitely moderate and change sometimes.
And has it costed you relationships ever, sir? Being snappy or being that point in time, losing it? Just asking.
No, but that's not led me to lose relationships in terms of getting angry with people. No.
Okay.
I think I do that more with myself.
Fair enough, sir. We will move on to the last section now. And this is where we will also talk of Induji very, very soon. But I just wanted to kind of move on to this last section, which is slightly different today. Rapid conversations. We are not going to ask you quick hot questions, the objective ones. We're going to ask you a situation that you are in, and you tell us what would you do in that situation. Good to go, sir. 10 questions only, not too many. We'll go very quickly. You tell me which situation, what would you do, and why. Good to go?
Yes, Manish.
Okay. If you had any job in the world but real estate given to you now, what would you do?
I would be the health minister of this country and probably work on getting everyone vaccinated as soon as I could.
Thank you so much, sir. That is very, very thoughtful. And that's why probably your first agenda right now on CREDAI is well to get vaccination for the labor, which is fantastic. Yeah. Great. Okay. Second, you're left alone at home for 3 days when a sudden curfew happens. Okay. You're alone. Nobody else. No Kirti, no Kumar, no Induji, no servants. What would you do?
frantically call Indu to come back somehow.
That I can understand clearly so, and I can see a lot of love in that rather than demand. But suppose वो नहीं आ पाई तो क्या करोगे सर?
नहीं आ पाएगी तो किसी तरह लाइफ को मैनेज करेंगे और सबके साथ घंटे घंटे पर वीडियो कॉल करूंगा.
Okay, wonderful. अच्छा, एक situation. Your driver is late at work and he gives you a valid excuse. But you know what? You just happen to call his wife because he's not picking up his phone, and wife already accidentally told you कि वो थोड़ा oversleep कर गया. But he's telling you another situation. What would you do?
मैं उसको बोलूंगा भाई सच बोल दे. तू सच बोलेगा तो एक्सेप्ट करूंगा, झूठ बोलेगा तो तेरे को अभी छुट्टी करूंगा.
पर वो उसकी वाइफ का पता चल जाएगा ना, उसने तो गलती से बता दिया था.
नहीं, उस बेचारे को उतना नहीं फंसाऊंगा मैं.
ठीक है, ओके. अच्छा, अब एक सिचुएशन पे आते हैं जहां कुमार और कीर्ति इन्वॉल्व है. कुमार एंड कीर्ति हैव अ बिजनेस फाइट एंड इट्स गेटिंग समवॉट सीरियस. मतलब in the sense they are both disagreeing and becoming bigger, but they don't want, both of you don't want you to know, and they don't want to come to you either. Now you get to know of this situation. What would you do?
So I would try to put both of the right perspective in both their minds. And
but how will you approach it? Because they have not come to you. They don't know that you already know it. What are you going to do?
No, I will build a story.
Okay.
I will find out this. I will build this. If having known the problem, I can definitely come to a situation where I can lead them to discuss that problem with me.
So basically, you will start at dining table saying Ram और श्याम दो भाई थे, उनके बीच में ये बात हुई.
नहीं, मैं वैसे नहीं जाऊंगा. मैं सब्जेक्ट पे जाऊंगा ना.
Okay.
मैं राम श्याम की स्टोरी तो ये पकड़ लेंगे.
Okay, got it. ठीक है. And if they don't agree, what will you do? They still don't agree. I mean, they have to agree because of respect for you, but otherwise they don't.
No. If they don't agree, I will see. हमारे फैमिली में ये सिस्टम है कि either I convince you or you convince me. मेरे भी इनके साथ डिसएग्रीमेंट बहुत होते हैं.
Right. Okay.
So सिस्टम यही है कि या you convince me or I convince you.
Okay.
अगर वो नहीं होता है तो 4 में से 3 वोट जिसको चाहिए वो जीतेगा.
अच्छा, वैसा. Nice. I want to be a part of this whole system where there is voting happening at the dining table. और वोटिंग में अगर इंदु जी हार गई तो आपको खाना नहीं मिलेगा.
बेचारी खाना दे देती है. But she still says that आप लोग हमारी बात समझते नहीं हैं.
हाँ, वो तो सही है. Okay, now next question, and this one is about her. So Mrs. Patodia, I know, is the overall in charge of her HR function. Now assume a situation where she has taken a decision which is absolutely fair, सही decision है. But unfortunately, in the real world, and it happens sometimes, it can cost the company more than the usual cost of being right. है ना? कभी-कभी ऐसा होता है कि आपका कोई HR डिसीजन आप ले रहे हो लेकिन वो बड़ी चीज हो गई या उसमें आपका नुकसान ज्यादा हो गया. What will you do? Will you override? Will you override?
If it requires, I will tell her that I'm overriding her decision because of this particular reason, and I will override in the interest of our business and the interest of our company.
Sir, और कुछ हो नहीं हो, आप बड़े brave हो. Okay, let's go to the other one.
मनीष,
okay, this one is close to your heart.
मैंने मैसेज बहुत क्लियरली दे रखा है कि भाई वीटो पावर कहीं पर तो रहना पड़ेगा ना फैमिली में, कंपनी में.
सही है.
Buck has to stop somewhere.
I agree.
गलत हो या सही हो. हाँ.
Okay, the next one, sir. You've been storing your best whiskey for many years. एक particular whiskey है जो आपको बड़ा प्यार है, आप उसको स्टोर किए बहुत साल से. और एक बचपन का दोस्त आता है, प्यारा सा, थोड़ा unassuming सा, और उसको आप दिखा रहे हैं, वो not business associate, तो दिखा रहे हैं उसको. And suddenly वो बोलता है, यार ये खोलो ना मेरे लिए, मेरे को पीना है. क्या करोगे?
खोल दूंगा.
खोल दोगे?
Yeah. अरे विस्की दोबारा आ जाएगी, दोस्त कहाँ मिलेंगे बॉस?
Very good, excellent, full marks sir, absolutely full marks. Okay, Kirti and Kumar come to you. They are both absolutely certain about a property, but and they also have a Varadhas, the Ashirwad of their mother. But unfortunately, you seem, and your gut says it's a really bad investment. Your gut says that. They have some logic at hand, maybe not fully, but your gut saying ये गलती है. आप क्या करोगे सर?
अभी वैसा ही कुछ चल रहा है मनीष.
ये बात मैंने तो ऐसे हाथ रख दिया है क्या किसी चीज पे?
हाँ वैसे ही रख दिया है. So we have told them, भाई अपने को नहीं करना, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस माय गट इज सेइंग ये चीज नहीं करनी चाहिए, बट इट्स योर कॉल इन स्पाइट ऑफ माय सेइंग नो. अगर तेरे को करना तू कर, लेकिन फिर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तेरी है.
I got it. Okay. Second last question, sir. A holiday is being planned with the family for a long while. बड़े excited है सब लोग, आप भी. लेकिन day -1 पे एक हृदय का urgent मीटिंग आ जाता है जो आप वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस में नहीं कर सकते. It's supposed to be met and handled. ठीक है. और वो मीटिंग ऐसा है जिसमें आपके 5 दिन की हॉलीडे में से 3 दिन तो चले ही जाएंगे. आप क्या करोगे?
मैं क्या करूंगा? मैं मीटिंग करूंगा और हॉलीडे को ज्वाइन करूंगा, 3 दिन बढ़ा दूंगा हॉलीडे का.
This is the words of a man who can do it all. I can understand that. Okay. The last question, sir. Okay. Chalo, second last. 2 questions पूछता हूँ आपसे. On your last day as the national president, Credai, suddenly Credai gives you full power to take any one decision. एक decision आप अपनी मर्जी से लो, कोई question नहीं पूछना है, कोई आपको बोलेगा नहीं, last day आपका. आप क्या decision लो?
मैं सबको ये बोलूंगा, भाई इंडस्ट्री ने आपको बहुत कुछ दिया, मैं खड़ा हूं, मैं इंडस्ट्री को ये दे रहा हूं, आप क्या दोगे? तो आई विल रिक्वेस्ट एवरीबॉडी टू कंट्रीब्यूट फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ दिस इंडस्ट्री, एंड आई विल नॉट रिक्वेस्ट मनी, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट देयर स्वेट.
Wonderful. But is that a decision you are still requesting?
Boss, with tigers I can only request.
That's what I said. It's a body of powerful people. I can understand that. Okay, the last one for the day. You are producing a movie on yourself. आप produce कर रहे हो. Who will you see as the main lead acting?
In what?
You're producing a movie on yourself. Your
Myself,
life. Yes,
my
on
life.
your life.
I would make the
कौन
lead.
हीरो आपको एक्ट करेगा आपके लिए?
मेरे लिए हीरो एक्ट करेगा.
कौन हीरो? किस हीरो को लेंगे आप?
हीरो एक्ट करेगा अमिताभ बच्चन, and I would take him back to Trishul.
Not bad. Trishul and Amitabh Bachchan. Excellent. With that, we end the last section, but we are not letting you go.
डायलॉग वो है ना, मनीष पॉकेट में फूटी कोड़ी नहीं है, फिर भी अपनी डील करने में चला गया. तो वैसा सिचुएशन मेरे लाइफ में काफी बार आया हुआ है.
Wonderful. So Amitabh Bachchan, the epitome of acting in India, and of course Trishul, the fantastic movie. Those youngsters who not watch the movie, please go ahead, watch it. It's absolutely one hell to watch. Wonderfully. Okay, so at this stage, sir, I'm not letting you go, but I just want to thank you for the wonderful time that you spent with us. It was a wonderful interaction. We got the live side of somebody who's otherwise very serious, and I'm glad that I congratulate myself and my team for this, to be able to do that. Thank you so much. Induji, sir has already said great words about you, but I hope you see this program and like him even more for having acknowledged in front of the entire nation that you are the strength behind what he does. And Kirtan Kumar, thank you once again. But before we go, I want to thank somebody more.
Manish, it was a pleasure to be with you today, and I really enjoyed the show.
I hope you enjoyed it, sir. That's the whole game. Otherwise, बहुत formal occasions और बहुत सारे formal forum होते हैं. But let me at this moment also take a little time, Harji, to thank my team which has put this together. मेरी शक्ल दिखाई दे जाती है, but this is the team who really puts all their heart, blood, and soul into it. Let me thank Farhan, Rishi, Suyash, Mayur, Renuka, Joanne, Shivam, Ameya, Ashwin, Ritesh, and of course the people who have been there for 2 years now on this entire endeavor: Upasna, Anandita, Mandar, Kalpesh, Ranjit, Osaf, Ekta, Sneha, Akshay. But all of this being in place, today's highlight is on Farhan. Farhan, my next in command for Clay, the person who is the chief operating officer and looks after Clay West, and also does everything that is required to be done in our real estate business. In fact, his heart beats for real estate, and he's the one why we do so well. He's the one why we keep our iman to real estate the way we do. Farhan, thank you for being there. I don't know whether I've done that enough or no, but inspired by Harji, I'm also giving you the acknowledgements that are required. Thank you so much. 6 years of a fantastic journey with you in Clay so far, and many, many, many more to go. Thank you, Farhan, for leading this team to a superb stage that we are at. But
Manish, I have one last question.
Yes,
I have one last question for you.
Yes, sir.
So what was the difference in this show compared to all the shows you've done?
I think the biggest thing that I got was the start point to the end point, where the start point was extremely formal. And then today I feel I'm friends with you suddenly. And I think I can have that drink. Maybe the first drink that I have in my life will be with
that probably do for every other show, no, Manish?
No. There's a huge difference, sir. A lot of times there is a difference, but everybody challenged me to get the softer side of you, or the, if I may say, not softer, but the informal side of you. But I think I'll let the marks be given by the audience whether we got that out from you or no. But I'm so glad to have you, the national president of CREDAI, none other than you, having somebody like that on the show. But sir, don't just go away. We have to show you one small thing. Thank you, audience, for being so patient and being all along. You can watch this show live or you can show it recorded. But here is a small little journey of Mr. Harshvardhan Patodia that we could get as of now in the last 2 or 3 days. Here. Thank you, everybody. Here's a sign off on episode 4 of Clay Dialogues 2 today with our usual promo. Thank you. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. And we will see you very soon in our next episode next Saturday at 4 p.m. Please pre-register. Thank you, Harshvardhan ji, once again for being with us.